What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Why do I like time and time again embarrass myself in the beginning of every video? Anyway, today I'm going to be reading scary stories from my YouTube comments. I have gathered so many. Let me just tell you guys that I stayed up till 3 in the morning reading these stories, which I probably shouldn't have read, and some of them I did not read all the way just because I kind of like this thing where I'm surprised just as much as you guys, where like I haven't already read the story. Oh no. I dropped my come back to me. Anyway, today I'm gonna be reading scary stories from my YouTube comments only. I've gathered as many as I could where I wasn't gonna make this video like an hour long. Unless you want that, then let me know in the comments, okay? Let's get started. Just a heads up, some of these stories are really long, so if you need to go get a snack, a drink, some popcorn, whatever it is, because we're gonna be here for a little bit, go do that now. Okay guys, this first story is from Montsfam. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, but if I'm not, I'm so sorry. Hi Letty, love your channel, thank you. I have a really long, really crazy story. Oh boy, let's get started. In 2005, my now husband and I were dating for a year. In February of 2005, his grandfather passed away. My grandpa always said when he dies, he'll come back one last time to scare the heck out of us in a joking way. When he said that, I never thought anything of it until the night after his grandpa's funeral. It had been a long day and his grandma did not want to be alone after the services, so my husband and I decided to sleep over. They didn't have too many rooms, so we had to sleep in his little cousin's room. His cousin was about 8 years old at the time. We ended up sleeping in his cousin's bed, and his cousin slept on the floor on another mattress, but was right next to us, just on the floor. That night, we all fell asleep peacefully and nothing was strange at all, or so we thought. The next thing I remember is waking up to the bed literally shaking. We woke up screaming out of our sleep. We were both literally climbing up the wall trying to get away from whatever was shaking the bed. It was pitch black and the only light we could see was the light coming from the hallway under the door. So while we were screaming for help at the top of our lungs, we both looked at the end of the bed and saw in the little light there was a shadowy figure at the end of the bed. It was a figure of a man, and the figure looked like his grandpa. After seeing this, we both knew it was him scaring the heck out of us one last time. But while this was going on, we could see a kind of blue light glowing around his cousin on the floor, and we had no idea what it was. But during this whole thing of us screaming and bed shaking, his cousin did not wake up at all. Till this day, we think his grandpa was protecting his little cousin from waking up scared. He stood sound asleep the whole time. After that night, nothing ever happened like that again. So his grandfather kept his word and scared us one last time. Wait, I need to do this if I die. That got a little dark, but like, I gotta go. Okay guys, this next story is from Lily Esparza. So this is my story. My house is 2 stories and there is a bedroom in the basement and I just moved down there. This story is not scary but weird. So I was about to take a shower and right by the shower is a storage room. I was about to get in the shower and I hear a knock on the wall. I was in there all by myself, so I was terrified. I took a shower, but when I got out, there was a handprint on the mirror. I ain't showering. I'm not showering from here. I'm just kidding. Story 2. So I was playing with makeup and I was taking pictures with snap filters and the filter went on me and my chair. No thank you. Story 3. I was in my bed and it is in one corner of my room and the corner by the door, if that makes sense. I have a hammock chair and it was moving back and forth. There is no vent in the room. This is like one of those cases where I would so lie to myself and I'd be like, oh, maybe there's a breeze in here even though there's no freaking vent. I stay lying to myself if something creepy happens and I'm by myself. Please keep me anonymous. True, by the way. I'll keep you anonymous and I'm not ready to read. Just kidding. So I was watching TV all alone and the TV started to glitch like crazy. All the sound you could hear was static and something that sounded like a high-pitched scream, then would get deeper and deeper. I disconnected the cable and decided to just head back to bed and sleep it off. But then it flickered back on and my show was back to normal. The show I was watching was It, that clown movie. And remember that because it's important for the rest of the story. I was scared. So I sat down again and watched it through and it finished. I headed to bed and fell asleep. The next day I went to my friend's house. We will call her Emily. So Emily had a little brother that loved horror and thriller movies. He sadly passed away. So we were going to watch it and she spat out, "My little brother loves this movie. His favorite part is when they're all in the mirror maze and the clowns come chasing after them." I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah. And the thing is, that's the part in which my TV started to glitch. I gasped and she looked at me weird. I told her to watch another movie and we did. This was really recent actually. And another scary thing is her little brother's name's exactly like Georgie the little boy that gets captured by the clown. When I tell you I pooped my pants, yes, I had to change my freaking pants. I'm still so scared and never watched it anymore. It makes sense because I've seen that movie. I've seen the old school movie, which was like the longest movie of all time. But yes, I've seen them and oh, I would be freaked out too. That is like coincidence overload because what in the world? That is crazy. Okay guys, this next story is from Malin. I'm not too sure how to pronounce that. I'm sorry if I'm not good at English, but I am from Norway. Not really scary. Every time someone says not really scary, it's like, might be scary. So for about a year ago, my aunt's dog passed away. He was like my best friend. When I was at my aunt's house for about 4 days ago, I saw a black thing that looked like a dog. The dog I saw was just as big as the dog that passed away. I said, "Hi Nero," the dog that passed away. I saw him wiggling his tail and then jump on the bed. I miss him so much, but I know that he's in a better place now. I'm a big fan. Oh my god. See, if there was ever like the sweetest ghost story, like this has to be it. Like, the doggy's still around though. That is so sweet. I'm not gonna cry. Don't cry. This next story is from Eliana Villavert. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'm so sorry again. I'm probably gonna butcher everybody's name. Okay, so you might not probably read this, but it's a good try. When I was 8 years old, I was home alone one night and I was just watching TV in the living room. I was sitting on the floor, by the way, so I got up to drink some water, and when I got the cup, I looked out the window in our bathroom. You know these kinds of windows that has a net like one, yeah, I don't know what it's called. I know what you mean, like the tiny windows in the bathroom. So I looked there and I swear I saw something. It's not a bug or something, but I saw a face. A woman's face. No! So I was like, that might be my imagination since my third eye is open. I then go sit on the sofa and continue watching TV. But minutes later, I heard something. Someone humming. I don't know what song it is, but I heard someone humming a song. I was shaking that time. Our house was built beside near a cemetery. Like, even that is scary, being a house by the cemetery, but like, even if it isn't like a spirit, what if it's like some weird person in the cemetery at night? Or was this at night? Yes, it was at night. That is still as creepy or even creepier to me, like if it was an actual human being like just watching you through the window. That is creepy. Okay guys, this next story is from 2K Butte. If this is not how you pronounce it, let me know, but that is what I'm reading. When I was 5, I'm 13 now, but my brother used to always bother me. I was in my room by myself sitting down watching SpongeBob and somebody touched me, so I said, "Stop, Chris," that's my brother's name. Something touched me again and I said, "Stop, Chris," louder. I was pissed, so I got up and went to my mom's room to tell her he won't stop bothering me. And I saw that Chris was in her room the whole time. This next story is from Obama. Obama, the squad's president. Use this story for the future. I live right next to a cemetery and my parents say there's nothing paranormal happening to our neighbors or us. And by the way, this is a short story. This one time I was getting my fruit from the kitchen, which was a few seconds away from my bedroom. I went to the living room to get my snack till I heard a really weird growl, and I slowly walked away. The second paranormal thing that I encountered was my dad's voice in the hall saying, "Calm down, Phoenix." But my parents were at work, and my dog named Phoenix was sleeping. Okay, that's it. Bye! This next story is from Jenica Alvarado. Hey Lati, I've been watching your videos for a while now. Keep up the good work. Oh my gosh, thank you. Okay, I have a story. This one is mine and my mom's, our story. My mom told me about this because I don't remember. Okay, so I was 3 at the time and me and my mom lived with my tia. My mom told me to put something away in the room and she said I told her, "No mom, I don't want to go. There's a man that watches me." So obviously my mom was pooping her pants and asked, "What does the man look like?" Because she could hear noises in the kitchen. I don't know how to spell, sorry. This is so random, I love it. And that she could see shadows move too. I said, "He's all black and doesn't have a face." Then she tells me she will go with me to put it away. So we walked into, I was like, what? I'm starting to sweat because I'm just like anticipating something. So we walked to the room together and we started putting the thing away. She asked me, "Is he here?" She said I looked around looking for him and I said no. So another time me and my mom were eating ice cream late at night and I finished mine and went to go throw it away. She said I came back screaming and she knew exactly what it was. So she went to the kitchen and started yelling at him to leave me alone. She came back to me and told me, "When he bothers you again, tell him to leave you alone." These lights are making me sweat. Either I'm sweating because of the lights or because I'm like nervous when I read and then I'm like, ugh, anticipating the worst. Okay, this next story is from Chips Ahoy Cookies. Can you read mine? I have 2 stories. Yes. One day while I was brushing my hair, I saw a little girl poking her head out of the corner of the door. I thought it was my sister because I only saw her at the corner of my eye. So I asked her, what was she looking at? Then she didn't answer. I fully turned to look at her, but I quickly noticed it was not my sister. She ran away into the laundry room, and like the dummy I am, I ran after her. She disappeared. You are not a dummy, but you are brave because I would have not done the same thing. Story number 2. Okay, so I wasn't born yet, but my mom told me this story. So my big brother was little, and my big sister was just a baby, and my mom was, well, she was mom. They used to live in a house or an apartment that was haunted. My mom told me that she was holding my sister. She told my brother that it was time for bed. So they started to head upstairs and my brother turned to my mom and looked behind her and said, "There's a man following us very slowly up the stairs." My mom grabbed him and my sister and ran upstairs, locked the door, and went to sleep. Kids are creepy, man. What the heck? I mean, granted, he probably was seeing that, but like, I don't want to know that. Don't tell me that. Your mom was probably thinking the same thing. Like, don't tell me that. Sorry, I cussed, but I said shit. It. Next story. I just remember this next story that I'm about to read was left in the comments of the last story. And I love that you guys talk to each other, which is why I'm reading this because I'm all about it, guys. So again, this story was left in the comments of the last story. And this is from Alam Abdi, I believe. The first story kind of happened to me. I was like 5 or 6 years old and I was babysitting my sister. She was a baby, by the way. I was kind of playing with her and freestyling as a joke in my parents' room, but from out of nowhere, I see like a 7 feet black figure, like Slenderman, but everything black, running past the door. But the problem was that we lived in a 4-story apartment and it ran from the balcony. Before it ran past us, I heard like a little lock sound and then see the figure. Anyway, I take my sister and jump on the bed and hide under the blanket for like 2 minutes, then run around the house, but nothing. The balcony was locked and I was too weak to lock it. Nobody in my family believed me. They just thought it was a dream, and that just became strong enough to lock it 7 years later, and I still can't lock it. And then Chips Ahoy Cookies commented, "Oh no, I'm sorry that happened to you. No one believed you." And Alam Abdi said, "It's okay. I really don't think about it much, so I don't care anymore." But like the fact that you guys talk to each other about it, like, that is so cute. I like seeing stuff like that. You guys are awesome. I think I like it a lot because I feel like when stuff used to happen to me, like haunted stuff, no one was ever there for me, or I could never talk to anybody about it because nobody would ever believe me, which is probably why I understand where this person's coming from, where it's like I told somebody one time and they didn't believe me, which is what I did. So then after that, when stuff kept happening to me, I stopped telling people because they were gonna think I'm crazy. So it's good to know that you guys support each other in my comments, and you don't even know each other, I think, but that's awesome. I seriously love seeing that. It makes my heart melt. This next story is from Moonlight. Hello, I love your channel, thank you. So I decided to tell you about a scary situation of mine. I live in a small village and in a small house with only one room and only one window. There is also a window on the door. One day I was alone at home and was watching videos on my phone when I saw the silhouette of a woman walking by the window. I got up and turned off the lights because I was afraid to talk to her alone, because I didn't see who that was. I went back to bed, but literally after 5 minutes, the silhouette of the woman was right in front of my door, and she wanted to open it but stopped. She turned around and left, but I never saw the woman pass by the window again. So she disappeared? ? If you don't understand, to get out of our house, you have to pass by the window. But she never did that. I told my mom this story and she said that it was just my imagination. Parents. But till this day, I'm still scared of people walking by our window. Wow. No, I'd be too. I'm sorry to hear that. Okay guys, this next story is from AJP. Hey Letty, you probably won't see this, but here's my scary story. I have 3 of them. My mom told me that when a ghost is near you or is here, that you will get goosebumps. Every day at least once or more, I get goosebumps when I'm on my bed or my couch, even though there's no windows open or anything to let the air in. I even get it in the bathroom downstairs. Those are the only places I get it. This started happening maybe after I interacted to our teddy bear named Teddy that my grandmother had. He is also alive. My grandmother put someone male into the body of the teddy bear. Whoa, hold up. You can't just skip to story number 2. We need more information about story number 1. Or should we not know? See, this is the kind of thing where maybe I should not want to know, but like I really want to know. I can't be the only one who wants to know more about Teddy, right? Never mind. Keep Teddy with you. Do not show him this video, okay? Story number 2. I'm scared, okay? When my sister was about 5, she was playing with Teddy and she looked into his eyes and started screaming. She was scared and she didn't want to play with him anymore. Story number 3. We asked Teddy about himself, like how old is he? Why is he here? Etc. He never answers our questions, but my mom can look into his eyes and see what he says. Is feeling. I think that's cool and scary. I also wonder why he is in that body. It makes me wonder if he knew my grandmother, like if he was mean to her and she wanted to get revenge, and I do wonder if he ages. Sorry if it's so long. I love your channel. Girl, as much as it scares me, I want to hear more. I'm scared, but I want to hear more. These are not the type of things that you can tell me, because as much as I shouldn't want to hear more, I want to hear more. And wow, that's kind of interesting, and like I would still watch this movie, right? I'm not the only one here that wants to know more about this, right? Like I want to move on, but I can't stop thinking about this story. What? Okay, AJP, I think that's your name. Please tell us more. I want to hear more, please. That is so interesting, but also like scary. Like I shouldn't want more, but I want more. Okay guys, that is the end of this video, and I loved every single one of those stories. They were so interesting. If I didn't get to yours, please have patience with me. I promise I will get to as many as I can, and I will definitely continue to make videos on all your scary stories because they're really good and scary, and it makes me feel like I'm not alone in this world. I'm not like the only person who have experienced paranormal things. I'm sorry, Teddy is like, no, Don't talk about him like he's here or like, oh my god, I am so scared right now. What? Were we just not talking about Goose? I'm scared. I'm not kidding. Maybe, never mind. Cut. I don't want to know anything. Why am I getting chills? Do you guys see that? I'm not kidding. I'm gonna keep rolling. I'm not gonna stop recording. I'm so scared. No, do not get scared. I'm not scared. You're scared. I'm not scared. You're scared. You're scared. Ah! I don't even remember what I was gonna say. Anyway, guys, I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel, for following me and liking the videos. I promise I'll have more videos for you guys and reading your stories because creepy AF, but I love them, okay? I love all your stories. Anyway, I love you guys so much. Bye. I'm scared. I love you guys so much.